Donovan, when we talked in the offseason, you said one of your big goals is being more intentional on offense. Career high, I think you're obviously having a great season. I guess how rewarding has it been to see that hard work paying off so far?
I mean, I think it's cool. Every athlete knows if you get in the gym, especially in the off season, it's the important time to focus on your weaknesses. And I think, again, like I said earlier, that was my main focus. So I think it's relieving that I see that my hard work's paying off, but it's also keeping my mind focused on like just make that my normal. Don't get complacent. So my goal is to just try to do this every night.
Mark talked about just the ability to go small with you, to have you shoot the three, handle the ball, just the flexibility and the versatility you've given this offense and defense. How have you so seamlessly been able to fit into what TCU is trying to do?
Well, I think my versatility helps, and then the fact that we have so many assets, so many tools on the team, just kind of like allowing me to explore different positions and allowing the coaches that freedom to try people in, try people out. It's still early in the season. We're still out of conference, so just figuring out who we are as a team.
Marta, I know you didn't hit any tonight, but you really made a lot of strides as a shooter. I guess what was that offseason like? How big of an emphasis was that for you this offseason?
Just getting shots up, man. I've always thought I had that chance to be a shooter, and I'm at a place where they really encourage you to get that working and in a very positive way. So it was great. I had a great summer. I had a very fun summer. I got in the gym a lot, getting those shots up, and then just having a team that likes to pick and roll and how it helps with shooters around. So just an extra motivation for me, you know.
Marta, going from Tennessee to the Bay to Fort Worth, like, how do you think that has benefited you playing with so many different teams and conferences that has this much success now? That's a great question. Yeah, this is my fourth Power Four conference, so yeah, I had some experience there. But yeah, getting a chance to be at a program like Tennessee with so much success historically, with high expectations, with great players, sending players to the draft, got a chance to get a taste at that, and then in Cal, kind of getting a taste of like how it is to build a team, to have a goal that it was for us going to the tournament. It was a completely different type of setting, completely different type of personalities to now coming here and then joining a bunch of other older transfers too, who's been in those situations. I think gave me that experience the same way that it did Olivia, Dono, Maddie Cheer, Kennedy Basham, all of us. I think that's one of our advantages. I think that's one of our strengths, just having that experience and understanding what matters. So I think that's what's translating and letting me have the season that we're having and that we hope to have.
Olivia, when people talk about your game, it's so often focusing on what you can do offensively. It's obviously pretty high level, but you're part of one of the best defensive teams in the country. How have you kind of challenged yourself on that end of the floor, and how have you been challenged at TCU to be a part of that unit?
Yeah, I think it's just commitment and, wanting to run through a wall for the people around you. I think, I tell these girls to hold me accountable all the time on the defensive end, and MC does the same. You don't want to be the odd man out of everyone else playing defense and stepping up to the plate, and you're kind of just slacking. So I just try to bring it, give effort every time, and use my offensive IQ on the defensive end, reading situations, what teams might like to do, and then ultimately it starts with preparation and knowing what the other team's going to run, before they run it. So we just get together and we prepare together and we challenge each other on the defensive end.
Olivia, that said, the streak of 15 points and 5 assists, what does that consistency mean to you to continue to be able to do that?
Yeah, it's everything to me. I think that's the biggest thing that I wanted to grow in the off season, where I wanted to grow from my last years at Notre Dame and my career in general. I just wanted to be more consistent. Seeing 9 games of consistent, 15 and 5. My goal is 10, 10, and 10 every night, but I have big giants stealing the rebounds from me at this point. So I'll just go for 15 and 5. So that consistent means everything to me. Like Dono said, it's just kind of a testament of what you work on and your intentions set before you head into the season.
Donovan, a year ago at this time, you guys were really fighting to be one of the elite teams, to be in the upper echelon of the rankings. Now you're sitting here, number 8 in the net. It's barely December. Mm-hmm. Mark mentioned still wanting to be hungry dog hunts better, whatever, eats first, whatever it is. I'm sure I nailed it. But Yeah, not a little bit. How do you kind of balance, obviously, having achieved what you guys set out to achieve while knowing that you want to stay hungry and keep that underdog attitude going into conference play?
Yeah, I think ultimately it's just maturity, understanding that like we can achieve things, we can be grateful that we are, we can high five ourselves for doing what we need to, but at the end of the day, if we want to make it to where we do want to make it, we have to focus on not being, again, I keep using the word complacent, but we can't get complacent with winning games. We have to focus on what we're not doing. Even if we have a great win, you can learn on things that you still didn't do. So I think ultimately all of us have the same mindset. We all have the same goal, and we know what it takes to get there. So that's just not stopping when we are achieving things.
Dono, I spoke to Coach Craig post game, and she just praised you on your defensive consistency. What's the key to that?
I would honestly, my mind has always been more defensive set my whole life. I think that's the one thing that I can control. So my brain already automatically thinks in the defensive realm. I think ultimately I know my job on the team, and I know if I'm consistent with it, that helps the team a ton. I think if I'm slacking, it'll really show because I'm ultimately stopping ball and setting the tone. Everyone's looking at me. So I think, again, there's really no thoughts behind it besides I simply don't want to get scored on. So I think that helps too. But ultimately I have 5 or 4 people on the court with me too that know that I do take pride in defense. So they kind of let me do what I need to. And I just know it helps the team. So.
Olivia, you're in the 2K, right?
Yeah.
My player nowadays, so?
Yeah.
Okay. Hold on, follow me.
You hit Steven's sweet spot.
So if you were making Marta in a my player, what type of archetype would she be?
She would be a 2-way 3-point slashing specialist or something like that.
That's a great question. I like that question.
Donovan, Haley was here tonight, came back, and you were a part of her year at TCU as well, and to kind of see how you were part of building those blocks and building upon what happened in year 1 of Mark's tenure, to seeing where you guys are to now. How fun was it to see her come back and to see her, where this program has come and the role that she played in getting you guys there?
Yeah, it was cool seeing her. I was able to catch her for a quick sec coming out of halftime. I think it's cool to see that all of us were new last year and we all had the same goal. And obviously there was only about 4 or 5 of us left from that squad. And she had a huge role. She led our team tremendously. So I think being a younger player, being able to look up to her and seeing that she's excited for our successes too, I think it was cool to reunite, cool to meet up with her, talk how she's doing. So it was cool.
Anything else? Steven, I was not sure where that was going, but you stuck the landing.